I love sitting in the woods and watching the sun come up. And I go into the woods and I climb in this stand. It's pitch dark, and I sit there and I don't know what I'm about. I don't know what I'm about to see. I don't know what the landscape looks like, what the horizon looks like. And I'm hunting some of these stands for the first time. I've had this property for 10 years, but there's a lot of places we got new stands and all that. And so I'm sitting in this stand that I've not hunted on one of the mornings, and to watch the sun come up behind you and start to paint the landscape. It's just amazing. It is so much fun. And I sit there. I sat in that morning stand from 6 o'clock till 11.
Yeah.
Like typically we get out at 9:30, but I kept seeing deer. And every time, and LW, my brother-in-law gave me some great advice. He's like, when you see a deer, that resets the clock for 30 minutes. Like if you want to kind of know when
it's
you
like
shoot.
lightning.
Yeah. Like, so when you see a deer, doe, whatever come through, that resets the clock. You're going to sit in that stand for another 30 minutes at least. It was pretty busy. Had a lot of traffic. And man, you'll be sitting there and you're looking at the woods around you, right? And in an hour or two, you got a great understanding of where everything's at. And when you see a little movement, that's something that's unnatural, your eyes go to it. And sure enough, like kind of coming through the woods, is this doe, or you're not sure if it's a doe? It might be a buck. Is it a buck? I don't know. Okay, it's a doe. All right. Well, usually they walk in pairs or 2 or 3 or 4. So there's a couple of doe coming. And now you're like, all right, I don't want to get found out, right? So I want to be real careful. I got to make sure I'm real still. That buck could come in behind them. He could be chasing them. Who knows, right? But if those does see you get spooked and they're going to blow, they're going to ruin the whole hunt. So you got to be really careful and real quiet. And you're literally like front and center. You're 20 yards from them. They can look right there, and you're like, well, that wasn't there yesterday, you know? And they do. They look up there, and they're like, that wasn't there yesterday. What is that? And they'll look at the ground and back up at you, see if you moved, and they'll be like, oh. And you just got to sit there still. One night, I sat in the stand one night. I literally didn't move for 3 hours. Nothing. Didn't move my hands, feet, nothing for 3 hours. Just trying, because I had deer on me in the field, and you can't give yourself away, you know, because you don't know where that buck's at. It is so much fun. And, you know, if I get to see a spike or a 6 or 8 or a little basket rack or whatever come through there and get to watch them in the rut and trying to work and trying to figure out how to find a mate, it's just fun as shit.
So you went out in the morning?
I went in the morning and in the evening.
Whoa.
Wow.
Thought we weren't doing that.
Yeah, Amy told me to man up.
I did. Oh, good.
Amy basically told me, like,
Get up.
Get out there.
Get out there and do it. I was like, because I like to drink beer.
Really?
Well, yeah. So we hunt in the evenings, and we get done. We're going to grill some really, really cheap steaks, and like cheap steaks. And this is what we do. We get really cheap, thin steaks, and we get cans of green beans and cans of corn. We put the green beans and corn in the pot, heat that up, grill the steaks, and we eat. Same thing every night. And then we go out, build a fire, and burn some cardboard and all our paper, and then, you know, sit around and drink beer. And I don't want to get up at 6 or I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up at 5 in the morning.
The next day.
I don't want to get up at 5 in the morning. But we went easy that night, got up in the morning, hunted all morning, had a blast, sat in the woods. God, it clears your mind. It is so awesome. I don't get to do it enough.